Snake will end it here for double kill points for Kyrie on the right side of his fight. Cancels fighting forward, conceding.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Ireland Women and Non-Binary Valorant Spring Season. We are back. My name is Crystal yet again, and I am once again joined by Evelyn.
Hello, it's good to be back. We were here for winter and we're back at it again for spring for what's probably going to be a pretty tough first match as we have Zara Kittens, the winter tournament champions, up against OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, this is definitely going to be an interesting series, I'd say. We're both quite familiar with both of these teams. Obviously, like we said, we saw Zara and Kittens take the win in the winter finals that we also saw. And OnlyFans, I believe, won the winter 2022 finals as well. So this is kind of a battle of the winter champions.
Who's the better winter champion?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. So, I mean, we could talk about the maps that we've got prepared for us, maybe.
Let's not talk about the maps. We have Sunset.
First into Icebox and then into Lotus as our decider map. These three maps, kind of three that we don't usually see in Valorant 20s a lot, but what do you think about these map picks, Evelyn?
I think Sunset first is definitely going to be an interesting one. Sunset, so many angles, probably going to see a double initiator type thing, going to have breach for flashes. I'm kind of inclined to say we might see a Gecko. Obviously, we changed to Sky. You're not going to have a recurring flashes as much, so hopefully get a couple wingman plants out there. Icebox, we haven't seen it for a long time, so this one's definitely going to be an interesting one to see how the teams play this out. And Lotus, we had it in the tournament for the last winter series, so the teams are hopefully a bit familiar with it. Obviously, it's been in rotation a little bit now, but it's still going to be an interesting map to see, as obviously you've got those three sides. You're going to need to play it quite aggressively on those executes, and defenders are going to have to make sure they're anchoring the sites correctly.
Yeah, very, very true. Now, if we can have a look at the players, maybe, see who is on each of the different rosters here. I believe Zara and Kitten's player list is actually the same as it was. I mean, never mind, we're actually, I don't know if we saw Juliet last time, unless that's Chips.
Well,
it might be Chips.
There's no Romeo to pair him with.
I'm pretty sure that Zara and Kitten's roster is the exact same. And then we're seeing OnlyFans with their players as well. Quite a few flex players on the side of OnlyFans. Looking at maybe who. So far. So yeah, I'm just really interested to see how these two teams are going to fare against each other. I mean, do you think there's kind of a favorite to win here?
I want to say with a little bit of bias, Zara and Kittens. I mean, we've seen them like quite a bit. Obviously, I think we've seen both teams quite a bit from the last series. Zara and Kittens, they had such a dominant showing in the winter bracket. I get a little bit of bias. I am inclined to say Zara and Kittens. Again, Headless, we know how good they are. OnlyFans are definitely still going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think this is a good series to get us back into this, you know, because both of these teams are both so strong. And I mean, I think the state of the game has changed just a little bit compared to when we were last on this broadcast, you know. With different maps being in the rotation, Haven no longer being around, Icebox coming back in. Some of the agents have been changed as well, so I don't know. Do you think these players are really going to be affected by the changes to kind of the meta and the state of the game right now?
I mean, I think Headless probably obviously going to be happy about Sova still in play. Sova, obviously, the utility, everything, always going to be a solid pick. I think especially going on to Icebox, hopefully that's where we'll really see OnlyFans shine. I think that obviously, I think they are starting on the attack, so they're hopefully going to see a lot of post plants from them. So I think the meta's definitely going to favour them a little bit there. Sunset, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one. Again, spoke about seeing Gecko a little bit. Obviously, without the Sky flashes, you're not going to have the recurring flashes anymore with the changes. So Gecko might be seeing, obviously, a little bit of a meta switch up. We've seen Gecko be playing a little bit in pro play, so maybe that's something the teams will pick up. Then for Lotus, I think it's probably going to be pretty standard. I think we're going to see Killjoy. I think we're going to see Omen and Raze. I think the picks are going to be pretty standard for them.
Yeah, and I mean, do you want to know who I'm excited to see again? I'm excited to see what Sakura's going to pull out again. Because if we want to talk about star players from the winter season, Sakura on the side of Zara and Kittens was absolutely incredible in some of those sets. And I mean, we had quite a few highlights from them back in winter as well. So I think they're definitely going to be a player to look out for. But do you have any other players in mind? I know you mentioned Headless briefly, but anyone else you kind of have in mind?
Do we see an ace from Sakura last series?
I think we did.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of names now. I'm not gonna remember names. I mean, I'll keep banging on again about Headless, but I remember a few clutches I think they had him in for the interview. They said they're very happy and everything. I genuinely just think that. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, I think. I used to be a Sova player. I do like a Sova player. A little bit biased there. Yeah, I think OnlyFans, I'm excited to see what they're going to pull against Zara and Kittens, because we know that they're good. They were winning these duels. They were winning these more mechanical-sided fights. So OnlyFans, but they got, like you said, they got a few star players of their own. They've got Sakura, they've got Headless, so it's going to definitely be interesting to see the matchup.
I mean, yeah, like we said, we saw OnlyFans win back in winter of 2022, so I think it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to pull through yet again, because obviously the game is very different now compared to how it was back then, so we're going to have to see if they still have that fire in them. But Zara and Kittens obviously riding on the kind of high of winning last winter as well. They also kind of have a bit of pressure on their shoulders to see if they're going to be able to come back and win the spring season yet again. So, I mean, I think this is going to be a very, very close matchup. But is there kind of anything that we're expecting from both of these teams that we're hoping to see today?
I think, I mean, we spoke a little bit about meta, and obviously it has changed a bit. I think, you know, a year's maybe not so long of a time period when you just think about a year. But if you're thinking about in terms of patch changes, everything that's gone through, obviously winter 2022, winter 2023, and even just to now, we've had changes go through. If you take a look at the bracket, obviously, I mean, they're both probably very dominant forces. So predictions-wise, do you think we're going to see like a 3-0 at all?
I think this match is definitely going to be very, very close. Obviously, both of these teams meeting each other in the upper bracket. This is winners finals. So I mean, obviously both of them have been winners before, and even just having like the pressure of this being winners finals as well, it's going to be very, very interesting to see like how this is going to go. And I think both of these teams are probably. I think this might be a 2-1 kind of situation, or a 3-2, just because both of these teams are so good, and I think it's just going to be very close. So, but I kind of want to see maybe some surprises, because I think when you have a matchup kind of this close, you have to bring out something kind of special or surprising. So yeah, I believe our game is going to be starting very, very soon. So we get to hop into this series very, very soon. So I'm just excited to see how this goes. You know, I'm just excited to be back get to see some cool Valorant.
Some good Valorant, quality Valorant, yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a very, very good set for us to go back into. So whilst we're just waiting for the games to start, I mean, obviously Sunset being our first map, it's one that we didn't see very much last season as well.
Yeah, it was banned out a lot. Like, a lot of teams went Sunsets too. Don't want to play it, don't want to think about it. But here we go, Sunset straight into Agent Select.
Straight in, yeah, definitely. And we're already seeing, ooh, this makes me excited, an ISO lock-in straight away from Sakura. I'm loving the confidence, you know, with an agent like ISO, you have to be very confident in your ability to be able to take your 1v1s. And we're already seeing Zara and Kitten's lock in most of their agents already. We're seeing Liz on the fade. It's like Liz knows or something, because I used to be a fade main. But I do love the fade pick. You know, the ISO, Sakura looking very, very confident in their ability to just take those 1v1s, especially with that ultimate. Julia is on the Cypher, a good kind of defensive anchor for them to have. Breach, you know, with that defensive utility as well. And then Zara hovering the Astra right now, but then looking on the side of OnlyFans, Headless yet again on that Sova that we saw last time that was so good. Woohoo! And a Cypher being locked in for them too. So I think we've got some good picks from both sides here.
Absolutely. I think Cypher is like almost a must-have on Sunset. You have all of these angles, all of these entry points. That Cypher, you need to lock down both sides. You need to make sure you're having control of a map. Mid-control is something so important. I think that Omen's definitely going to help with. Astra, I think will be interesting to see. Obviously, Sunset, such a big map. I think that Astra, you get that wall down, you're going to be able to get a bit of map control, move up, get some space, especially in mid. I think that Astra over maybe opposed for Viper, as obviously you've got the Viper wall, just put it in mid, move up quite early in the round. I think that Astra's going to be an interesting pick. In terms of a double initiator, obviously Sova, good for the recon, easy recon dart, post plant, shock darts for clearing that Cypher utility. I think that's definitely going to be a big bonus for them. But to have Fade as well, I think Fade, obviously, you're going to have that early game knowledge with the Horns, especially if you got those good lineups. So I think that both teams have very big variable play styles in these compositions, but neither are looking worse.
Yeah, and now we are getting into the first game of this BO3. First game that we're getting to see from the spring season here. Two very, very dominant teams so far battling it out for their space in the grand finals. And as we see this round start, we're seeing a lot of ghosts kind of come out from both sides here. You know, a lot of the utility going out. We're seeing the Prowlers come out from the Fade. And, you know, a lot of the Breach utility as well, just for some stall. So, we're seeing them kind of, everyone push towards B-side here. We can see on the minimap a lot of the players are on this B-side. And as we can see, they are already getting the plant down.
Absolutely. Spike goes down quick. Headless had to back up very early there. And Twix with a quick triple.
And wow, OnlyFans clearing it up straight away and already getting the first round on their hands. I mean, really, really fast-paced from OnlyFans then, just clearing up that site straight away.
With that early game utility, that Prowler straight early on pushed Headless out of Garage, I believe it was, so that the attackers were able to get that spike down quick. But in the end, it didn't even matter. Twix for a lovely triple kill there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And, you know, now we're seeing OnlyFans kind of go for a bit more of a buy. You know, we are seeing quite a few Bulldogs. We're seeing Marshall come out as well, and a Spectre, looking for that extra aggression to help them come through. You know, Sakura focusing up, using that double tap to just give them a bit extra armor for when they do eventually engage with some fights, but it might end up running out before. Julia, with this Cypher Cam as well, just getting some extra vision around the map. The ISO walls coming through as well. Breach utility, Astra smokes, there's a lot of things coming out from both sides here as we're seeing them push more towards A side again. So yeah, I mean, just a little bit of a technical issue on our side, but I mean, even after that first round, we can already see OnlyFans kind of, they're looking quite strong to begin with. I mean, pistol round is always a bit of a throw up in the air kind of 50-50 round. But I mean, they cleaned up Zara and Kitten's push really, really quickly. So I mean, do you think we're going to be seeing a lot of that in the rest of this game?
I mean, going into this, I was a little bit skeptical of the ISO pick, but like of a little bit on that round that we saw the ISO wall being able to push Zara Kittens onto site. They were able to use that space and go forward with the Astra utility. Twix with triple kill, obviously, that stopped them right at their tracks for pistol round, but I mean, we didn't get to see the rest of that round play out, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
OnlyFans looked pretty good on a retake and pistol round. They might look good on it again in the next few rounds, so we'll have to see. The ice pick again, a bit skeptical of, but in the beginning of that round, it looked like it was going well for them.
Yeah, I mean, ISO is one of those agents where you really just have to be. I mean, I said this earlier, but you really just have to be confident in your ability to be able to win your 1v1s, because that's kind of ISO's entire gimmick. I mean, you take his ultimate, for example, you have your double tap, which gives you some extra armor if you end up killing someone after. And it's really about how well you can engage with other people, but also make sure that you can win your 1v1s. So I think ISO can be a bit of a risky pick, but if you know how to play him, then I think it's going to be a very strong pick. But we are looking to get back into our game now. It looks like OnlyFans did win that round as well, and the spike has been planted for Zara and Kittens, and they're currently in the post-plant situation. We're seeing them all kind of stacked up towards A side. There's only 2 members of OnlyFans left, and it's looking like this is looking pretty strong for Zara and Kittens already.
Absolutely, such a numbers disadvantage going into this. Hopefully, we're going to do a little bit of damage. Obviously, Zara and Kittens, see with a Vandal out, they got a pretty good buy, so it's going to look a bit risky. Headless gets a lot of damage onto Liz, but doesn't quite get the kill, and they know that they're there now. They're stuck in the corner. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, and I mean, as this spike's about to go off, it's not looking like OnlyFans are going to be able to do anything except for maybe try and get some exit frags, takes down the breach and gets one, and then goes and dies to the spike for that extra bit of economy. But this gives Zara and Kittens a round on the board.
2-1.
Which, I mean, quite strong. Yeah.
Looking pretty nice for OnlyFans. Now, obviously, we're seeing going into this 4th round, both teams having a bit of a stronger buy. We're seeing the full armor come out. All guns on the board now. So it's looking pretty even now. It's going to be an even fight now for this round.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, it's always interesting seeing these full buy rounds for both teams, as this is where we really get to see kind of which team is strongest in these situations. We're seeing the Cypher cams go out and just spotting some people straight away. A lot of utility coming out. You know, that recon dart from Headless also looking really good, just tagging quite a few of the members from Zara and Kittens. Some smokes going down from both sides as well. And as we see Juliet kind of pushing in towards mid, do they realize that the other Cypher is here? Or are they all going to walk into it? Oh, and the Cypher goes down without even being able to get one kill. A bit of damage out there, but you know, not even a kill on their hands, and OnlyFans already 1 member down. Zara putting down some extra stars just for that extra utility around the map, which is why Astra's such a good agent. But Zubair, does he know that Zara's here? No, they don't, and Zara gets the kill as well, clearing it up. 4 members down on the side of OnlyFans, and it's all up to Headless to see if they can clutch it out, and no, they can't. Zara and Kittens with a flawless round, making our score even.
Such a nice round there from Zara and Kittens, honestly. They tried VA push, didn't go out too well, so they tried moving their way towards B, and they caught out Twix. Having that Cypher utility down on the B site gave them free entry to get that plant, and from then on, just play the post plant, and they picked up those kills.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's looking like OnlyFans are going to have to go for a bit of a save. Kind of on their side. You know, we're seeing 5 sheriffs come out and only 1 of them having armor. And I mean, it's looking like a bit of a rough round for OnlyFans, but even if they can get a few kills out, then that would be really, really beneficial for them. But now we're seeing OnlyFans kind of all gather up around the B side of Zara and Kittens, pushing towards mid. Sakura going in for those aggressive pushes, but getting a little bit of damage off, but not quite able to actually take anyone down. We can see that 2 members of OnlyFans are quite low on HP now. You know, Raven only 8 HP to their name. So it's not looking too good for OnlyFans already.
Absolutely. Zara and Kitten's going to be just looking to go onto the site now. The Astra utility doing them pretty solid at 8 HP. It's not enough as Sakura gets the kill, and it's a numbers disadvantage for OnlyFans with one of their members with low HP as well. Headless going to get caught out by that as well. And Zara Kitten's going to be getting the spike down.
Yeah, already another plant down. Sakura getting a lovely pick and getting the double tap off with it as well. And another flawless round for Zara and Kittens, making them 3-2 up already after a little bit of a rough start, losing out the pistol round and their save. But now winning those 3 rounds in a row, it's looking like they're picking up their pace a little bit now.
Absolutely. We talked about Zara Kittens being that dominant force and winning those 1v1s and those duels. And the second gun scale up on the board, flawless after flawless round. They have that mechanical skill to be taking these fights. And again, skeptical about the ISO pick, but you talked about it, and certainly I definitely think it's pretty clear to say that Sakura is confident on it.
It's you.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, Sakura already popping the ultimate as well, taking the Cypher into the 1v1, but unfortunately gets taken down. We don't really see that from Sakura usually, so that's a bit of a surprise. The paranoia coming out from Zubat as well, but not quite catching anyone. Gab looking to just kind of stall them out of this site. The drone does manage to tag Liz as well as Zara and Kittens do get this spike down. The Seas comes out, not quite able to get anyone, and the spike carrier does get killed. Then the Nightfall does come down as well, but OnlyFans clearing it up very cleanly, making our scoreline even again.
Wow, it's quite unfortunate I forget the end, obviously. We saw Liz pull out the fade ult, and it didn't get much utility at the end as Headless came around the corner, and the other members of OnlyFans were just able to clear up Zara and Kittens in that round. Guns are on the board, and it's looking pretty even. You know, 3 rounds in a row got Zara and Kittens that momentum, but now OnlyFans putting the score back up to even.
Yeah, I mean, we did say that this series was going to be quite close, and I mean, we are seeing that already. Zara and Kittens looking to maybe go more for a bit of a default here. You know, we have members of the team on both sides of the site, and trying to maybe fake out the Twix, getting a lovely headshot through the smoke as well, already taking down Zara. So that leaves them without a controller as well, while the Raze is down on the side of OnlyFans as well. So, I mean, we are in a 4v4, but now it's looking like Zara and Kittens are going to try and push up onto this A site as they kind of pulled all the members of OnlyFans away over to the B site. Sakura taking down Headless as well and looking to get the spike down pretty easily. Java here, I mean, Liz throwing out the C's as well, just stopping them for even longer. Juliet just trying to maybe shoot through the wall a little bit, get some extra damage. Cypher cages out to, just give them a bit more extra protection as well. The Haunt comes out yet again. Zubat only on 8 HP. And this is going to look close. A lovely little pick from Juliet as well. And, it's all up to Java on the side of OnlyFans to see if they can clear this up. Do you think it's going to be possible?
Absolutely not. Sakura, a beautiful 3k in that round. Sakura, at the beginning, in the middle of that round, rather, obviously, 4v4, they tried to get that execute on B, Zara and Kittens. They went, okay, we lost a player, we'll move to the A site. I think Sakura winning that trade and getting that trade meant that Zara and Kittens were able to get that spike down and able to play the close part from then on out and managed to secure that round then.
Yeah, no, I agree. And we're yet again seeing OnlyFans go for a bit more of a half buy as well. Maybe even a bit more of a save. You know, their economy not looking too good here. And Zara and Kittens now maybe were looking to go for a bit of a default, but they're all kind of just still in their spawn at the moment, trying to decide which site they want to push. And it's looking like it's gonna be the A site, but Raven here positioned up in kind of this cubby area, and it's not looking like they're going to be able to get any vision on any of the members. The timing from Zara and Kittens is so good, completely missing Raven's vision. And as the other members of OnlyFans kind of position up more towards this A site, it's looking like this might be a little bit free for Zara and Kittens.
Headless stuck on site there, goes down, but Raven might be on a massive flank. Spike will go down as Arcus is going to be going to the post plant, but with one member from OnlyFans behind, this could be huge if OnlyFans try and buy their time.
And yeah, Zubat does get the pick onto Sakura. A few shots whiffed, and the Astral Wall comes out as well just to kind of secure this round for Zara and Kittens. They want as many rounds as they can get in this first half. And I mean, while they do have Sakura down, Zubat tries to get the flank through the wall but gets shot down straight away, and Zara and Kittens cleaning it up very nicely, leaving us at 5-3.
OnlyFans, they did a little bit of damage there. They got a kill. Sometimes in a save round, that's really all you can ask for. But Zara Kittens, Astral Wall comes out. They managed to get on site, get the spike down quickly, and play the post plant. And that's beginning to become a bit of a theme in these rounds. Obviously, we can see they're winning by kills, but one of their rounds they have won by the spike. And, you know, we're seeing them get down quite quickly. I mean, they were in spawn for a little bit of that round, but they still able to get spike down pretty efficiently.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, the economies of both of these teams are drastically different. We're seeing Zara and Kittens with a lot more money on their side. And I mean, Sakura popping the ult again against Twix and has fallen to them yet again as well. It's just not looking like Sakura's able to win these 1v1s against Twix. And I mean, Twix taking down Liz as well. I mean, they are like locking in or something, because this is looking really, really good for the side of OnlyFans. But Gab does manage to get a kill and gets another as well. It's all up to Raven in a 1v2. Pops the showstopper, gets the kill as well, and it's all up to Zara to try and take them down. Not taking any damage from the paint shells, but ooh, Raven clearing it up and clutching it out for OnlyFans to get them an extra round on the board.
Such a beautiful round there by Raven. Had the showstopper online, got one pick, threw up the paint shells, knew where Zara was, and won the battle. Nice little 1v2 there, putting OnlyFans in a little bit of a less round deficit now to 4 versus 5. And now the buy as well coming up from looks a little bit stronger. They may have a couple light shields, but they've got the weapons now to take those duels with Zarakins.
Yeah, and I mean, Twix is just like locking in right now, you know, winning both of those 1v1s against Sakura in that ISO ultimate. Looking really, really strong, but now we're seeing an A-side push come in through from Zara and Kittens and Headless, taking down Sakura straight away with that peek, kind of peeking just outside their wall. A bit unfortunate, but a lovely clean shot from Headless. The recon drone does get used, and Twix kind of hiding in the smoke, looking to take some information. Headless takes down Zara, but then gets taken down by Liz straight away. The camera getting some lovely darts off as well, but Gab takes them down straight away. Juliet looking for a bit of a fight with Raven, but the Prowler tells the rest of Zara and Kittens where Raven is, getting the plant down hopefully, and it's looking like, ooh, Raven's gonna go down from Gab as well, and it's all up to Zubat in this 1v2. We've seen one member of OnlyFans manage to clutch up this 1v2. Can another one do it? Not quite.
Today.
Liz cleaning it up and giving Zara and Kittens 6 rounds to their name.
We were talking about the quick executes and getting the spike down on these sites, and Headless taking 2 members of Zara and Kittens down in that round. Stop their quick execute and stop the spike going down until a little bit later, when unfortunately I think OnlyFans didn't group up as much. I think they went into that site pretty split. Obviously, last player standing is the last thing you want to hear when you walk out to site and go, great, I've got to do this by myself now. So pretty unfortunate there, I think, for Zuba. But, you know, you do what you can with those numbers. And unfortunately, the stocks are down. They're back on a bit of a save round. So hopefully going to try to do a bit of damage as we see 4 players stacking that B site. But it's not going to be a B here, not today. This poor little Twix is left on A site alone.
But hey, Twix has done some really good stuff so far, and I mean, only a classic in hand. Are they going to be able to get anything? No! They get some good damage onto Gab, but not quite enough to get the kill. Really quite unfortunate for Twix. The neural theft coming out as well, just to tell Zara and Kittens where the other members of OnlyFans are, and I mean, it's looking pretty good for them already.
Absolutely. Again, post-plant scenario. Sakura gets one, isn't able to follow up. They have a nice little trade, and Java with 2 on the Sheriff in putting numbers into 3v3. You've got weapons now dropped by Zara and Kittens. This might be winnable for them.
Oh yeah, and I mean, they're picking up all the weapons. The Nightfall comes out from Liz as well, OnlyFans, one of the members is quite low, and one of them gets taken down. It's all up to Liz. Can she clutch out? Not quite. There's only 2 members, and she gets one. Can she get the last? Faking the defuse. They know that there's not enough time. All Liz needs to do is stall. They take her down. But is there going to be enough time to get the spike? Oh no, there's not! Oh my god.
That must have been milliseconds.
I mean, 0.75 seconds left. Liz stalling just enough amount of time to be able to give them that round. And as we get to the last round of our half, it's looking like Zara and Kittens are going to take the lead with this one here.
Absolutely. Zara Kittens looking a pretty dominant showing in this attacking side, definitely making that pick of ISO from Sakura. Although OnlyFans of that last half, they made use of the save round, they were able to get those couple picks which gave them those weapons. And you know, it was very unfortunate with that timing, but they were still able to show a lot of damage there to Zara Kittens.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing a bit of an interesting paint shells lineup come out from Raven here, but Sakura already taking one member of OnlyFans down, you know. The ego on this ISO just swinging with those double tap armors. Already
Another
2 down.
one.
I mean, they're looking for another as well. Oh, but unfortunately it gets taken down by Twix. It's almost like Twix is Sakura's kryptonite right now. Just taking them down every single time. The neural theft, getting some good information about where the rest of the members of Zara and Kittens are, and an incredible shot from Twix yet again. Zara and Kittens not quite able to even get the spike down just yet. The C is coming out from Liz and the Haunts as well. Twix on a slither of health right now. Only 45. And you know, the breach ult does come as well. So does the flash. Twix gets a third. Liz takes down Raven. Zara, it's Liz versus Java. Oh, and not quite able to flick back onto them. And Java gets a 5th round on the board for OnlyFans, leaving us at a 7-5 half.
Twix really doing God's work. They're taking care of Sakura, but if I had a pound for every time Sakura got an opening kill, I'd be quite a few pounds up right now. But Twix, I agree, definitely being a little bit of kryptonite and doing good at shutting down Sakura, which, you know, they're definitely putting in the bullets where it matters, really. I think that Twix, obviously, looking up the scoreboard, 11 kills, pretty solid showing, I think, for a Cypher.
Yeah, I mean, having a Cypher top fragging right now is quite impressive, you know. We usually kind of describe Cypher as that quite defensive anchor for people to have on sites, but now we're seeing OnlyFans switch over to the attack. So, how do you think they're going to do on this off?
I think that's definitely going to be interesting. The Fade and the ISO, going to be interesting to see how that works. I think the Fade you could definitely make work, maybe with that utility to get that early game knowledge. OnlyFans leaving a spike in spawn for now.
Ooh.
But a nice little trade there. Putting the numbers down still evenly gives OnlyFans plenty of options to work with.
Yeah, no. And we're seeing, you know, the smokes come out already. Both teams taking a bit of a slower approach to this round. You know, pistol round, always a bit of a scary one for the players to come into, as it could really be anyone's game, you know. Weaker weapons, weaker utility, just trying to almost survive out the round as much as they can until they get that opportunity to push onto site and get the spike down. But Zara and Kittens more spread out here. You know, we're seeing members of the team all over the place, but OnlyFans are looking to push this B site, and Juliet looking to maybe try and defend this site by themselves, destroys the recon ball. Sakura already looking to kind of push on this flank here, but there's only 2 members left on Zara and Kittens. Only Zara and Liz left remaining, looking to try and clean this up for them and maybe get a pistol round of their own.
Maybe. Zara with a lovely flank, but I managed to take down one. Liz, it would take
Liz
down
gets
2.
the kill as well. Is she going to be able to clean this up? Twix is on very little HP right now. Is she going to be able to do it? Java, swung out, and they're both on such low HP, but unfortunately does get the kill and gets a 6th round on the board for OnlyFans, making it so that they've won both pistol rounds this game so far.
Pistol round's definitely an important round to take, because obviously now in the economy we can see Zara and Kittens sticking with the classics. Can't go wrong with it, I suppose. Obviously OnlyFans going with a much bigger buy. A lot of Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd see quite that many, but hey, everyone's got a favourite weapon, I suppose.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, OnlyFans still keeping it pretty even. Obviously, we spoke about it before, and we'd probably see quite an even showing. And 6-7 on the scoreline in our next half. Taking 2 pistol rounds might not be as even, but scoreboard looking pretty solid for now.
Yeah, and I mean, these Bulldogs, while they can be quite good... Oh, the paint shell's taking it down Liz already. As I was going to say, while these Bulldogs can be quite good, if any of the members of Zaryan Kittens manage to take someone down with a Bulldog and get one of their own, and maybe give it to Sakura, for example, that could be really, really dangerous. And as I say that, there's already 2 members down on the side for OnlyFans. Juliet looking to come in from the side here. Zara on quite low HP. And like we said, Sakura was given that Bulldog, but then gets taken down. It's all up to Juliet, but unfortunately not quite able to clean it up. But even so, taking 3 members down of OnlyFans on their force, which was quite a big force as well, is pretty impressive. 7-7's our scoreline, and this is looking like a tough fight.
Absolutely. Zara and Kittens being able to pick up 2 members there when OnlyFans pushed for smoke towards that CT side. They managed to drop the Bulldogs, and obviously those going to hands of Zara and Kittens very nearly turned the tides in their favour. Oh, and now, going into the next round, seeing a bit more of a save perhaps coming up from OnlyFans. We've still got a couple Bulldogs, but they have a less strong buy compared to Zara Kittens, who have some more favourable weapons in their hands now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Zara and Kittens are just going to try and look to make this a really good round for them to just give them a bit more confidence once they're back in the lead. That recon drone just barely missing the Cypher that's holding on site right now. And I mean, this is going to be a bit of a tough one for Zara and Kittens to try and retake here, you know, with the breach ult being pushed with again. The Haunt comes out from Liz, not quite finding anyone as it does get shot by Raven. And Liz in a really good position here just to look at where these people are and running and taking down the... Oh, and takes down another, and Liz with the 4K to clean up the round. Impressive stuff. And like I was saying, Zara and Kittens looking to make this a nice and easy round to get them 1 more in the lead. And I believe that's the 3rd flawless round that we've had from Zara and Kittens this game so far.
Definitely had a couple flawless rounds come out from them. I feel like I blinked and suddenly Lizard killed me. Very good showing there from Liz in that round, and a nice little flawless as well. Zara and Kittens making use of that big buy against OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, and I mean, that was just really, really fast, and Liz doing most of the work there, getting a 4K in that round. Really, really impressive stuff. And, you know, it's looking like Zara and Kittens is kind of picking it back up a little bit, you know, after losing those last 3 rounds in a row. It's kind of similar to how the beginning of last half started as well, looking to kind of pick up the pace and get their confidence back. A bit more spread out as well from both teams here. It's looking like OnlyFans are going for a bit of a default, leaving their spike in spawn. But Sakura taking down Java, but then gets traded out by Raven straight away. So some lovely teamwork from OnlyFans there. Gab taking a tiny bit of damage from the paint shells. But it's overall looking like, I mean, both teams are quite spread out, but it's looking like they're just happening to meet each other at different places at different times. And it's just a lot of 1v1s going on right now. But OnlyFans picked up the spike, and it's looking like they're going to be heading towards the A site here.
Absolutely. That lovely trade initially coming out, taking down Sakura, and Raven already taking up a decent amount of space here up to this A site. It's going to leave OnlyFans definitely a bit of space to work with the 2 players remaining from Zara Kittens left to hold this. And the Omen Smoke going to be going out. Zara sees it, going to put the Asher Smoke down as Raven gets a lovely pick there, taking that space forward on Gab. As OnlyFans hopefully going to be looking to get the spike down, and Zara playing a little bit of time in the smoke, maybe going to try and look and get something. Spike will be going down.
Yeah, and now that the spike's down, this is the part of the game that is probably the most high pressure for both of these teams. Zara and Kittens looking to get a good retake. Smokes have come out for a little bit more security for the rest of Zara and Kittens. The Nightfall comes down as well. The smokes come down from the Omen, and Zubair takes down Zara, Twix takes down Liz, and it's all up to Juliet on 7 HP to try and get a kill. Takes down 2. There's only 2 left, but it's looking like they're probably just going to be saving here for that extra bit of economy on their side. Overall, very well fought from both teams here, but it's just unfortunate the way that this round panned out. But OnlyFans giving themselves another round on the board and now making our scoreline 8-8. This game is very, very close.
Absolutely. A very close game so far. OnlyFans. Raven was pushed up so far there onto that A site. They made their way up so far. I don't think Gav expected them to be that far forward, and obviously getting that pick and even getting Sakura as the opening kill gave OnlyFans a beautiful opening onto that site. But unfortunately, Zara and Kittens, they like their post plants, but maybe can't play into them too well.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, economy is looking pretty even for both sides here. Zuba not quite having those shields, so maybe having to play a bit more safely. But this could genuinely be anyone's game. This is looking so close, and both teams are playing so well. But let's see how they're gonna play it out here. Zara and Kitten's looking like they're pushing through mid just a little bit. Sakura may be looking to try and cut off OnlyFans from the side that they're trying to push here. And I mean, everyone's just quite spread out right now. No one's really playing with each other at the moment. But Headless taking down Juliet, already giving OnlyFans a player advantage this early in the round. Headless, however, on half HP, and Liz takes them down, leaving us back at a 4v4. Zubair getting the teleport in, just trying to take a bit of extra space. Raven taking down Liz. And but then Zara takes down Raven as well. This is just trade after trade after trade, and Gab taking down Zubair as well. It's all up to Java and Twix, but Twix taking down Gab. Sakura takes out Java and then finishes off Twix as well, leaving Zara and Kittens with 9 rounds on the board.
That was an interesting round there from Zara Kittens. As they pushed up very aggressively at the beginning in that middle bit, and unfortunately Sakura did get caught out by the boom bot, which then forced OnlyFans to go, okay, we're going to go push this B site. They didn't get the spike down, unfortunately, as the members of Zara Kittens were able to just get those picks and collapse on them ultimately. So overall, was definitely a nice change of pace there, and Zara Kittens were able to take that round regardless. I do find it funny though that was the third round. I think that OnlyFans had defaulted and left the spiking of their spawn.
Yeah. But now we're seeing OnlyFans go for a bit more of a rush. Obviously, they do have a bit more of a save here, so just trying to do what they can with the weapons that they have. The showstopper does come out. Are they managed to get anyone? No! Unfortunately, damages himself a bit with that showstopper as well. Juliet takes down Raven, Liz takes down Headless, and Liz just almost running at Java straight away. They know that they can win these fights with the weapons that they have. Juliet getting vision on Twix as well, making sure that they know that they're known. And Zara taking down Zuba, and Liz with the 3k takes down Twix for the 4th flawless of this game for Zara and Kittens, putting them at 10 rounds to OnlyFans' 8.
OnlyFans on like they definitely struggled a bit to get that opening. Obviously, they're on like a bit of a weaker buy. Not so much right now going into this round. Zara Kittens able to hold that down, doing pretty good as again another flawless on the board for them.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we're seeing the economy here for Zara and Kittens is looking very good as well. But on the side of OnlyFans, while they do have a bit more of a fall by here, the economy's not looking good. And as we're getting to the late game here now, and you know, you need to really start winning rounds here as it's getting towards endgame. Having a lower economy is not exactly the best. The Hunter's Fury coming out from Headless as well, not quite able to get any information about anyone though. You know, there is a few shots coming out here and there. Juliet and Zara both taking down 2 people, leaving OnlyFans with only 3 members left. The smoke gets put out so that Headless can run back. Gab takes down Twix, and it's all up to Zubair and Headless left. They're almost sprinting it towards that A site, but no, they're kind of stalling, maybe trying to fake out the site rotate, but I think Zara and Kittens know that this might be what they're planning to do, as they're kind of spreading out a bit more instead of having everyone kind of run towards the other side.
Absolutely. Zara Kittens, they've got the numbers advantage. They know they've just got to buy their time a bit. We can see the members of Zara Kittens happily spread out. We've got Sakura over on the A site, should anyone try to make moves towards that. As Zuba and Headless gonna look to move and make some moves in mid, but with a Cypher tripwire there, might be a bit of a dead giveaway to Zara Kittens up there. There's Headless. A little bit of HP. Is it going to spot anyone? The tripwire's there.
Oh, not quite. And, you know, with only 10 seconds left, Zara takes down Headless, Gab takes down Zuba. I was going to say, 10 seconds left on that clock. You've got to start moving somewhere. And unfortunately, they were moving exactly where the other members of Zara and Kittens were. So, both of them get taken down. And Zara and Kittens, 3 rounds in the lead right now. 2 left until they take this first game. But I mean, OnlyFans on another weaker bye, having to save up for this round because they forced last. It's looking a bit rough on the side of OnlyFans, but do you think they're going to be able to bring it back?
I mean, they've got a couple ultimates on board. Twix has the neural net to try get some information to help assist with those picks and those trades. However, in these last two saves, we've seen the Showstopper come out, we've seen the Hunter Spirit come out, and they've not been able to get any use from those ults coming out. We saw Headless wasn't able to get a pick. We saw him a save. We saw a double satchel in the Showstopper, which wasn't able to find a kill. So I don't know. I think OnlyFans really got to deal some serious damage to Zara and Kittens to have a chance in this match.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And the wall coming out from Zara as well, looking to just get a bit more control over the map than they already have, just trying to secure as many rounds as possible. Sakura popping the double tap as well to give them a bit more security in their 1v1s, but Headless able to get the plant down on Zubair, getting a one tap onto Sakura as well, but gets traded out straight away by Zara. The Prowler's coming in, the Cypher Camp's coming in. Raven manages to take down Gab though, and I mean, this is already looking pretty good for the side of OnlyFans. Raven taken down 3 members of Zara and Kittens. Juliet getting tagged by the neural theft and gets a bit damaged by those paint shells as well. You know, OnlyFans have just taken all the weapons that Zara and Kittens had in their artillery and is using it to their advantage. This has been a really good cleanup for the side of OnlyFans. Juliet gets 2. Only 7 bullets left in their gun. There's not much time left.
No.
Are they going to be able to do it? No. And a thrifty round has come out from OnlyFans, and just when we thought they weren't going to be able to do it, they come and they pull through when they really needed it. Wow, that was a really impressive round.
That is a cast to curse survivor for bloody series.
Definitely, yeah.
God, but yeah, OnlyFans played numbers stuck very close together on that site. Again, we're able to, like you said, get those weapons from Zara Kittens into their arsenal, and now it's looking a bit more even. We got 9 to 11 on the scoreboard, and OnlyFans were a bit more of a fighting chance of that economy going in their favor.
Yeah, no. I agree. And as we get into this next round, we are seeing Sakura pop the ult against Twix and finally manages to take them down. Kryptonite, no more. The C's coming out from Liz as well. A recon drone coming out from the side of OnlyFans. Headless just trying to get a bit more extra information. Not quite able to see Juliet there, though, barely missing. And Liz getting the pick onto Raven straight away. Maybe a bit of a miscalculation from Raven, thinking that the site was clearer than it actually was, but now we're seeing the other members of OnlyFans kind of rush towards this A site, while the Breach is kind of staying a bit more towards mid. Most members of Zara and Kittens are staying towards B, but we are seeing Sakura and Zara make their way over more towards this A site here. And, I mean, you don't want to be running into a site with Sakura on it. I know I wouldn't. Would you, Evelyn? Would you want to run into a site with Sakura on it?
Absolutely not. I'm not winning any of those 1v1s or those duels. I'm running to the opposite site.
Yeah, and I mean, they don't even have Twix up either, who seems to be the only one who can really take down Sakura these games. But as we said, Sakura taking down Java, the paranoia comes out, does manage to tag Zara, but does Sakura and Headless.
Oh my god.
They're so close to
Right
each other.
there.
Do they know? Sakura! Oh my god, Headless taking down Sakura as they miscalculate. And Zara takes down to Zubair, does manage to get a final parting kill on Gab. And they're going to get the defuse. And Zara and Kittens on match point already. That was... Wow, I'm still trying to recover from that interaction between Sakura and Headless.
So that was such a close interaction there that spoke. I can't believe that. I almost want to say that there's no way that Sakura didn't bump into Headless and then walk forward. Like, the gun barrel was right there. It looked like they had tried to walk to the right, couldn't walk right anymore, and started walking forward. But I can't believe that. And then obviously they walked in front of Headless. Headless gets the kill. I can't believe that, honestly. That's my levels of game sense, honestly, and awareness.
Yeah, no, very close. But as we get into what could possibly be match point for Zara and Kittens, we are seeing Sakura holding this angle. Do they know that there's someone swinging them? They do now. Takes down Raven, but unfortunately gets traded out by Java with that Bulldog. Gab kind of repositioning here just to get a little bit of extra information after the fight that's just gone down towards A main. A lot of the members of both teams are yet again spread out. Headless maybe trying to take down this Cypher Dart. I'm not quite sure if they were successful in that one. It looks maybe a bit too high for it to destroy the Cypher trip, sorry. Liz making her way, pushing more towards the B site. We're seeing Headless kind of wandering into the site by themselves. Tries to bag the Cameron, but unfortunately gets taken down for their efforts. Twix with this Guardian, looking to maybe get a bit of extra damage off. Obviously, OnlyFans have to be very careful here. They do have a man disadvantage, and it's match point for Zara and Kittens. But Liz just swings it, shoots through the smoke, and gets a lovely pick onto Twix. Zara takes down Java already, and it's all up to Zubair here by themselves in mid, looking to try and get a pick off, but no. Gab takes down Zubair, and with a team ace to end the game. Zara and Kittens taking game one. Pretty impressive, I'd say.
Absolutely, but not a bad showing there from OnlyFans. Obviously, the scoreline was pretty even for that entire time. I think where OnlyFans fell short is we saw them default quite a lot. We saw them play very slowly, and I think the one round we saw them do pretty well was when they were on a save round and they had to play very aggressively on a quick execute to that A site. And then they were able to turn the tides in their favour on that round. So I think OnlyFans got to change up the game plan a little bit, got to go back to the drawing board for this next map.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think Zara and Kittens had a little bit of a slow start to begin with, but obviously they brought it straight back, coming in hot and fierce, with a lot of really great plays. I mean, Liz with that 4K towards the beginning of the game was really, really beneficial to them, making sure they can get the lead with the rounds as well. And I really do think that map 2 is going to be interesting. So do you think we're going to be seeing anything different on Icebox here?
I mean, Icebox, we haven't seen it for a long time. I think it's going to be interesting to see what these two teams bring to it. I think in terms of meta, I don't know if it's changed too much. I think we're going to see Sova. I think we'll probably see Killjoy and the Viper. I think Viper is going to be, surely a must-have pick for this. Although, I thought Viper would be a must-have for Sunset. We saw Astra come out and do pretty well for Zara and Kittens, so they might opt to play that instead. So we'll have to find out after this break.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're going to head to a quick break, but afterwards we will be going to map 2, which is Icebox, seeing if Zara and Kittens can clutch out or if OnlyFans are going to take us to a game 3. So we will be right back. Aye.
Nice.
Bring it.
I don't wanna fall for you, oh no. But you make it so hard. Watching you dance all night, baby, is making me fall hard. Trying to take a deep breath, but I just can't control my lungs. Ooh. Trying to hide my cold sweat, but I just keep on talking in tongues. It's a funny situation that I got myself into. I can't help my own frustration, 'cause I think, yeah, I think I like it. I think I like it. Got nothing to lose. 'Cause I think I like it. Tell me if you like me too. How can you move the way you do? It's making me crazy, yeah. You're moving just like you own the room. Make it look easy. I wanna take you away to somewhere we can be by ourselves. I see you looking my way, so maybe it's not all in my head. It's a funny situation that I got myself into. I can't help my own frustration, 'cause I think, yeah, I think I like it. I think I like it. Got nothing to lose. 'Cause I think I like it. Tell me if you like me too.
No, they're not. Super different and OnlyFans are putting on the big round of everyone. If you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for the double kill point for Kyrie on the back of his fight. Cancels back and forth.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Ireland Women and Non-Binary Valorant Spring 2024 season. We are back for Game 2 against Zara and Kittens versus OnlyFans. We saw Zara and Kittens take the win on Sunset, but now we're heading over to Icebox. So Evelyn, what are you kind of expecting out of our players from this game?
I mean, we spoke about it a tiny bit on break, and we kind of came to the conclusion that we could genuinely see anything on this map. I don't think we'd see ISO in the first map, but Zara Kittens, they made it work pretty damn well. So I'm hoping that, I mean, we haven't had Icebox, in a long time. So I think meta's obviously changed a bit since then. I think that, you know, the teams might have preferences of what they want to play. We saw Astra come out, so Zara Kittens might come in and play the Astra. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what these team compositions are going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite even throughout the entirety of that game. I mean, Zara and Kittens picked it up and managed to take the win towards the end, but overall, very, very even kind of from both teams. So I'm wondering if OnlyFans are going to kind of have that fire in them to be able to take this game 2 as well. So, I mean, I believe we might be ready to head into Game 2 already. Like we said, we can kind of see anything out of Icebox. I'm not really expecting to see a Fade from either of these teams, as I remember Fade used to be not that good from my knowledge. So as we get into Agent Selector, let's see what these teams are going to be hovering. Liz hovering that Sova. I know she's loved her Sova recently, so this is going to be interesting. But the interesting hover I'm seeing is Headless on that Deadlock.
Deadlock's going to be an interesting one, absolutely. I think Deadlock obviously is going to excel at fortifying down both sides. I think at least in terms of OnlyFans, it's pretty textbook. Obviously, we spoke about it on break as well. Sakura probably going to be picking up that Jet. Going to see a little cheeky Jet operator hopefully on this Icebox. Twix as well, hovering, and Raven, hovering the neon.
Oh,
I think they're
These are
toying
some-
with us. I think they're toying
they
with us
might
a
be.
little.
These are some interesting hovers we're seeing. A Yoru and a Jet is really interesting to see, actually.
I don't know how to feel
ooh.
about this, but
No, me neither. And we're only really seeing one Gecko hover come out from Gab as well. But Headless hovering towards that harbor. Maybe OnlyFans looking for, that harbor Viper combo possibly?
Harbour, I think, can absolutely be a good pick. I think that Viper excels on this map because you can split mid so well with that ball. You can take so much map control using it. I think Harbour similarly as well. You get those versatile smokes for that control. And Yoru and Jet. You know
These
what?
are some interesting picks.
I'll
We're
trust
seeing
it.
a Yoru Jet, a Harbor Viper. Ooh, this is looking really interesting from the side of OnlyFans here. But Zara and Kitten's going for a bit more of a typical, I'd say, more meta approach. With that Jet, that Gecko, that Sova, looking for just kind of security in what they know that they can play as. I know Liz especially has been quite confident on her server in the past. So I don't know. I'm really excited to see what OnlyFans are cooking up with this this Jet Yoru Harbor Viper combo.
I don't know. If I saw this in my ranked game, I ranked games, I people trolling. I'd be like, why are you locking in a Yoru? I don't know really what to expect, but I thought the same thing on Sunset. So
maybe they're looking to play. Maybe they're looking to play the Yoru a bit more like an initiator. Maybe those flashes, those teleports, looking to maybe trying to get the rest of their team in to the sides a bit easier. But I think on defense, the Yoru Jet is going to be a bit of an interesting combo because I believe the 5th that they locked in might have been Killjoy. So while they do have Killjoy, they don't have a lot of recon ability there. Not much information going to be taken from the side of OnlyFans. So, I don't know. I think this is going to be really interesting as we get into our game. Round 1 has been started, and we're seeing a bit more of an A-site push here. A lot of OnlyFans pushing towards the A-site. Raven getting a pick onto Liz straight away, and it's already looking like they're getting into this A-site. Gab getting a pick onto Raven. Sakura just managing to get out of there, and as the rest of the members of Zara and Kittens get onto this A-site, Sakura getting another pick, with the Sheriff looking so good. Zara just running and gunning Zubair there. Java takes down Zara and Sakura, and Gab cleans it up, and Zara and Kittens have won the pistol round. And wow, that was it was quite slow to begin with, but as soon as everyone got onto site, that was so fast.
Absolutely. You said OnlyFans were going to struggle on the defense, and this might be more of an attack-sided combos with the Yoru and the flashes. I think Zara and Kids has something to say about that. Taking the first pistol is also going to be looking to have that stronger economy, having a bit more of a stronger buy those loadouts, and OnlyFans stuck a little bit with the classics again. But Raven pulling out the Sheriff, I mean, we saw a good couple of shots there with Sheriff coming out from Sakura, so we know damage can be done with it.
Yeah, no, I agree, but we're seeing Sakura pull out with the Outlaw as well, the newer weapon in this game. I'm looking to maybe get a bit of damage here, and gets a lovely first pick already, and gets another! I mean, I know we've seen Sakura do this multiple times before, but every time it just feels like it gets better and better every time we see Sakura do it. We are seeing only 2 members now left on the side of OnlyFans as Gab does get the pick onto the Yoru, and Sakura still holding this angle. I mean, this has just been an incredible start for Zara and Kittens already.
Absolutely. OnlyFans saw 3 members die right in front of their eyes, and they're like, I don't know, guys, do you really want to push this site? Maybe not, but 2 members of OnlyFans still sat there playing a little bit slow, might be baiting out the rotate as we see 4 members start to move around to that A site, where Sakura still holding that sight line with the op. Gonna see members from Zara and Kittens move back round again with the info that they're still there. Oh, cheeky little OnlyFans trying to bait out both shots with Sakura, and they're still gonna be there. They're still jumping.
They're still there. Oh,
Sakura
Sakura ends up taking them down, and that's the spike.
30 seconds
One more shot is all it will take for them to be able to get this, and Sakura already pushed up, looking to maybe take a bit of an off angle on this on Java. But as they swing, oh, it looks like Sakura's gonna go down to the snake bite. But Zara's already looping around, and so is Juliet, looking to take down Java. And as they do, a second round on the board for Zara and Kittens, and that was just so clean.
I think the Outlaw was definitely a good buy there from Sakura. They pushed up so aggressively on that angle at the beginning. I don't think OnlyFans saw it coming, and a cheeky little 2 picks. It's just going to put any push, like, just stopped in its tracks there. Like, OnlyFans, I think maybe they wasted a little bit too much time there, staying on that B side, kept jump peeking Sakura until Sakura got fed up and went, you know what, I'm taking one of you down. And then obviously Zara Kittens. It's a pretty easy cleanup from that point. It just collapsed on them. But yeah, looking into this third round, looking for maybe a more of a default from OnlyFans now, playing stuff a little bit slower. And we'll see how stuff progresses going into the mid round.
I mean, we're seeing Sakura pull out another Outlaw again, looking to get a bit of good damage off with that. And I mean, they've already taken down Twix with it as well. This already looking so good for the side of Zara and Kittens. Raven playing this Yoru a bit like an initiator, but gets taken down by Juliet Headless. And Juliet takes down Raven as well. Oh my goodness, this Spectre is just doing so much damage in the hands of Juliet. And trying to grab that Vandal, and unfortunately gets taken down by Java straight after. Java taking down Sakura as well. I mean, Zara and Kittens still have the man advantage here, but OnlyFans with a little bit of health left on the Viper, looking to just get a bit maybe extra damage, but Liz takes down Java and takes down Zubat as well. A lovely little flick there. And Zara and Kittens already 3-0 up in this game already. I mean, this feels like it's just going by so quickly.
Yeah, even looking at the scoreboard here, we're seeing the buys out from both teams. It doesn't look too good from OnlyFans. 3 on the board, Zara and Kittens. They're definitely coming in with a stronger start than they did last game. I think last game, we can have it as a warm-up game. As you said, they weren't too strong in the beginning, but they definitely ramped up the damage later on. It was a 3-0 start. It's a pretty dominant showing so far, as going into this fourth round, OnlyFans pulling out the Sheriffs versus Zara and Kittens with the full rifle buys.
Yeah, the recon dart from Liz already coming out, getting a little bit of information here. Gab deciding to stick with this Guardian, maybe just to save a bit of extra money. Looking to just do as much damage as they can. Gab does take down Twix, but Headless then takes down Gab and trades. The Viper's pick coming out from Java, as well as the spike does go down. Sakura popping the Blaze Storm, gets Zubat and Raven with that ultimate. They're just looking to dash in and see if they can get any more picks with this ultimate. But little do they know, both members are left just under them, and Sakura manages to get the kill. Java takes down Liz and Zara, but Sakura with the 4K takes them down, and that's 4-0 up for Zara and Kittens. That Blade Storm coming out from Sakura had so much usage and benefit out of it. It just looked so clean.
Absolutely. Sakura and Jet, definitely a force to be reckoned with. OnlyFans had a nice plan going into that round. Obviously, you're on a weaker buy. Putting that Viper pit down definitely turns the tides a little bit in your favor. You're going to have to be pushed into, and you know, Viper's pit's not particularly something you want to be walking straight into, really. So, you know, OnlyFans, they had the plan there. Unfortunately, Sakura wasn't quite in the plan. Sakura getting a 4K with the Blade Storm, obviously, and now on an Operator and peeking that long angle on B. But it's not going to be a B push for this round. OnlyFans going to be trying to go with an A hit.
Yeah, and I mean, the Harbor ult gets popped as well, looking to just kind of make sure the members of Zara and Kittens aren't on this site and they can get as much space as quickly as possible. You know, retaking with this Operator is going to be a little bit difficult for Sakura, but I mean, this is Sakura we're talking about, so she could be able to do anything. And now we are seeing the Thrash get pulled out as well from Gab, looking to maybe just get a bit more space. Not able to get anyone just yet. Twix gets taken down by Liz. And I mean, Zara and Kittens have already taken so much space up on this side. Liz gets a kill onto Raven, but Headless Zubat already cleaning up everyone as well. Sakura just left with this op, looking to make it out of that side to make sure that they can save that Operator for the next round, as it is such an expensive weapon. But I mean, the first round on the board for OnlyFans looking so good, and Sakura just getting any of those exit picks that they can.
Definitely a good round there from OnlyFans. A lot of damage done, but you know, numbers in the end. Sakura holding on to that operator, and OnlyFans has 2 members left. Right, still quite a bit of damage done. Obviously, we're going to see like Raven having to pull out the light shields, a couple light shields coming out from OnlyFans, as Zara Kittens, with that round lead, still in a pretty strong economy spot.
Yeah, and I mean, I think their confidence and their drive is still going to be there as well. You know, being 4-1 up this early into the game and being very close to taking that 5th round as well. I mean, I think their confidence in this game is already going to be sky high. And OnlyFans, I mean, I don't think their confidence is down, but I think they're just going to need a little bit of an extra push here to be able to make sure that they can kind of pull through at least with this half. But we are seeing them push towards B, and there's quite a few members of Zara and Kittens positioned towards this B site. The Yoru clone was indeed a fake, and it's looking like OnlyFans are going to try and make their way over to this A site where the Viper and the Gecko are waiting for them. Now, there's only 2 members of Zara and Kittens on the side of A site, but it's still going to be a pretty tough obstacle to push through. Julia Jiggle peeking this kind of top mid area, looking to see if anyone's going to swing it. And it's looking like they just might get some information that Raven is here, at least on the site, and the Harbor ult gets popped again? I swear they used it like last round.
I'm not gonna question that. We'll just move on.
That's...
As Spike goes down, going into post plant now. The 4 members of Zara Kittens going into this one with a bit of a numbers disadvantage as Zara gets called out. Twix in the corner. Twix going to be able to get out there, but Liz getting a lovely little retrade, putting numbers more in their favour as Gab puts it into a 3-3.
Yeah, 3 members for both sides of these teams. Yoru flashes coming out. The Killjoy utility is just sitting on this spike. There's still quite a bit of utility left for both members. Sakura getting a pick on Zubair, Raven taking down Liz as well. But Gab taking down Raven, a 2v1 for the side of Zara and Kittens. Java taking down Gab, and it's not looking like Sakura's going to be able to defuse this as the snake bites are both on, and Java clutching it out for OnlyFans, giving them a 2nd round on the board.
I think so far the Viper utility from OnlyFans has been pretty good. We've seen that wall come onto the A site, allowing them to push forward initially, and those snake bites there. It didn't look good for numbers advantage, but Java on the Viper with the snake bites, playing the time, playing the post plant, managed to get the round in the end. Pretty successful overall. As we're going to see a couple of ults coming online now. We've got both duelist ults. We've got Raven with the Yoru, and we've got Twix. We'll have to see if they can pull out a 4K like Sakura did with the Blade Storm.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm guessing the strat here is just OnlyFans are just going to try their hardest to farm for this Harbor ult. We see him getting those ultimate orbs almost every single time. I believe they're already 4 out of 7 points away from having that ult again, despite using it last round. And Gab looking more towards this mid side here, looking to see if they can get any information. Zara here to back them up as well, but Raven pushing up more towards Kitchen here. Zubat also holding kind of further back in mid, but Raven takes down Gab, unfortunately, leaving OnlyFans at a man advantage.
Zara and Kittens. Twix gets one with Blaze Storm. Pretty good start. As always with that Harbor utility. Gonna see Zara and Kittens having to back up, and OnlyFans start game spike down. Twix gets caught out by Liz though, and it's a 3-4. OnlyFans have a spike down. Gonna look to back out as Zara taken down again. But Liz
clearing
trading,
it up,
making it a bit more even. 3v2. Numbers not looking good for Zara and Kittens in this post-plant scenario.
Yeah, we are seeing the Killjoy utility getting used up here, and you know,
One enemy remaining.
kills coming out here for the side of Zara and Kittens. Liz getting
Clutch.
Java just sitting there and watching and gets both of them down. Incredible clutch from Java there. It's looking like Zara and Kittens were going to be able to take that round, but no, not quite. OnlyFans, Java coming in clutch for them this game, getting a 3rd round on the board for them, and our scoreboard is starting to even up a little bit.
I was about to commend Zara and Kittens for being so good in that scenario, playing their numbers and taking the number advantage in those peaks just before Java catches them both up. I think they're expecting the Viper to be playing further back and going for those post-plant snake bites, but Java getting the double kill there, and again, like I said, bringing the scoreboard to being a bit more even. Zara and Kittens, bit spread out again on this. OnlyFans, they're spread out. I'm going to be playing this a little bit slow, but Sakura with a share pushing up really aggressively and gets that opening pick onto Zubair, and that's going to open up the round.
And that's a Phantom in the hands of Sakura as well now. That's not something you want to see on their safe round. Gab, a lovely one-tap with the Guardian as well onto Java, giving Zara and Kittens that man advantage already early on into the round. Headless deciding just to fall back from that site just a little bit as Liz picks them off. Twix does take down Sakura, but it's currently a 4v2. Make that a 4v1 for Zara and Kittens. It's all up to Raven, and as Zara gets the one tap onto Raven, it's looking like Zara and Kittens take their 5th round and are looking to kind of pick up the pace just a little bit more in this half.
I don't think only fans were expecting 2 members from Zara Kittens sat in their opposing spawn that round. But yeah, pretty solid round there from Zara Kittens. Obviously the economy looking pretty strong for them now, as only fans, they're back down as Sheriffs. Obviously we saw Zara Kittens and Sakura specifically making good use of Sheriff last time, so we'll have to see what damage they can do to Zara Kittens this round.
Yeah, and I mean, Sakura looking to maybe kind of just use the Blade Storm this round, see what benefit they can get out of that. I mean, the last time they used this, it was a 4K, so let's see if maybe they pull out the ace this time. But Twix getting a little bit of damage onto Juliet already as they go and swing the Harbor yet again, taking that orb. And I mean, he already has his ult back up yet again. There's 3 ults, well, technically 2 more ults on the side of Zara and Kittens as the Blade Storm has already been used, but Zara here looking to just kind of take as much space as they can. Java looking to swing, double swing comes out, takes down Liz. Juliet pops the Viper's orb, but gets taken down by Twix behind them straight away. Sakura kind of just hiding behind this Killjoy turret, avoids the Yoru flash, but unfortunately gets taken down by Raven with that Sheriff. Not quite sure what they were doing, maybe their Blade Storm ran out, but I mean, the Thrash is online for Gab, looking to maybe get some advantage out of that. Zara taking down Headless, looking to make the numbers a little bit more even here for the side of Zara and Kittens. But it's already looking a little bit more in OnlyFans' favor. Gab tapping that spike, and the knife comes out from Twix, and Twix cleans it up on Gab as well. A knife kill already onto Zara. Wow. Wow, so many things happened that round, actually.
That was a disrespectful knife kill there from Twix. God damn. I don't know if we can put that above Sakura's Blade Storm, maybe. I think both Jets were pretty notable plays this round, but yeah, OnlyFans definitely making use of that round. Did a lot of damage. They were able to push forward quite initially off that harbor utility rather, and then getting that spike down, those Killjoy mollies for post plant. I mean, OnlyFans with this composition, it might be a little bit of a questionable one for Yoru in there, but they definitely make good plays in these post plant scenarios.
Yeah, Sakura with this operator again gets that pick onto Twix. Raven takes down Zara, but the Harbor ult getting popped again, looking to maybe just space out Sakura just a little bit. Doesn't tag them and doesn't stun them up just yet, but Sakura with this op unfortunately misses that shot and goes down to Java. Gab getting a pick, getting another one as well, making it a 3v2 for Zara and Kittens here. Both members of OnlyFans are just pushing up towards this site. A beautiful Yoru flash dodge from Juliet, taking down Raven, and Gab finishing off Zubat on site as well, leaving us 6-4 in this half so far. And let's see if Zara and Kittens can kind of give themselves a lead for the end of this half.
Really good entry there, Rob, from OnlyFans. They had good execution onto that site initially. They used the Harbor ult to push forward, try to deal with that operator, but they didn't account for Java being that far forward. Java was able to kill Sakura, take the operator out of their hands, but unfortunately they didn't account for Gab being there and taking down 2 other members, and Zara Kittens are able to clear up the rest of OnlyFans pretty easily. And now Sakura back with the operator. Let's see what we're going to be able to do with them.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to be able to do with it. Indeed, a site looking like the favorable site here. Sakura unfortunately misses the shot onto Twix, but is now aware of where they are. The lockdown getting popped, but Sakura taking down Twix as Raven takes down Zara. This lockdown going to force Sakura out of this position. Does get a pick onto Headless, though, like they were almost expecting it. Raven with, the Dimensional Drift, looking to get a bit more space, but takes down Sakura, but Liz trades right back. It's a 3v2 yet again for Zara and Kittens. There are 3 ultimates online for them, where there's only the Viper's Pit available for OnlyFans here. Gab sitting on top of these rafters, looking to get a pick onto Java, and they do, and Liz cleaning it up on Zubat, leaving us at 7-4 as we go into this last round of this half.
7-4, definitely not quite an even scoreline as we saw in the last match, and obviously last round of a half, we're going to be seeing Bucky come out from OnlyFans. Okay, no, that got solved. Good. I'm glad to see that. I know it's sport again. I stand corrected. Bucky,
Oh,
a little bit questionable. We're seeing Vandals for the other hands of OnlyFans, and this one's going to be a little bit questionable. Obviously, Lockdown got used that round, and they weren't able to find much usage from it and much success. And obviously, 7-4 last round and a half were pretty decent lead for Zara Kittens. OnlyFans going to be moving hopefully a little bit quicker towards this B site to try just get any damage they can, get any leeway into this round.
and yeah, I mean, Zara and Kittens have 4 ultimates online for them. You know, the mixture of the Lockdown and the Viper Spit and the Thrash and the Hunter's Fury, all going to be very, very dangerous for OnlyFans to try and push into. And I mean, they are already very low, but Twix gets the pick onto Sakura with this Blade Storm. And then Juliet doesn't quite catch them. That's already 2 with a weapon in their hand as well. Hunter's Fury comes out, Lockdown comes out. Lockdown has been destroyed as well. And the Hunter's Fury getting a bit of information about where the other players could be. But Zara and Kittens at a 2-man deficit, never mind. Only a 1-man deficit now. The Thrash comes out from Gab, looking to just get a bit of information. Not quite able to get anything. Twix getting a 3rd with this Blaze as well, and a 4th. Are we going to see an ace?
Come on.
Are we going to see the ace? Oh, it's looking very, very close. It's all up to Liz to see if she can push it out. And no ace. But Liz does get that kill. It's the last round and a half, so she's just got to look to try and do it. Gets a pick onto Raven, but unfortunately gets taken down by Zubair. And our score for this half already is 7-5.
OnlyFans pulling it up a little bit more thanks to Twix with that very good usage from a Blade Storm. They overtimed that utility. And I don't know if I'm stupid. I might just be stupid. But I'm pretty sure Zara used Lockdown that round. And it got destroyed by Liz's ult. Because I believe Zubair used it the last round. I might be confusing Killjoy ults, but might be a little bit of a grief there.
It might have, unless, it might have. But it's okay. 7-5 still. Zara and Kittens do have a lead going into this round. Let's see if they are going to be back with another pistol round now that they're on the attack. Sakura coming up with the Sheriff again, looking for that extra little aggression on these pistol rounds. Obviously playing it a tiny bit risky, but Raven with this Frenzy, which was what took down Liz last time. See if they can get anything.
Oh, with the Sheriff, but
the shock dart. The shock dart did damage, but not quite able to take them down. You know, takes down Sakura straight away. Twix pushed up just a little bit, taking a little bit of damage from the 2 members of Zara and Kittens, pushing them on that A site. But Liz has come back to the B site, looking for a bit more kind of aggro if she can, looking for any more picks that she can get. Oh, but gets taken down by Raven. The Killjoy turret goes down as well. It's currently a 3v4 for the side of Zara and Kittens. So I think this is going to be a little bit of a rough one for them to try and get out of. Oh, but as I say that, Gab takes down Twix. And Java takes down Gab with that snakebite. Juliet just hiding in that corner, and Zara still positioned more towards screen, gets taken down by Zubair, and it's all up to Juliet as she does take down Java in a 1v2. Is this going to be possible for her?
30 seconds left.
Maybe. Possibly.
Oh,
on a 1 HP!
1 HP in a dream.
1 HP in a dream. Oh,
it's
my God.
doable.
Takes down Zubair. Oh!
No.
But unfortunately gets
Unlucky.
taken down by Raven at the very end, but still a very close pistol round for both of these teams. Like, I feel like these pistol rounds are just getting closer and closer every single game.
Absolutely. We had Sheriff v Sheriff on the Jet there, or Jet v Jet with the Sheriff rather. Actually probably makes more sense. Obviously, with the pistol round going in favour of OnlyFans, they're going to opt for that stronger buy. They've got weapons now in their favour. And Zara Kittens, classics on the board it is. As I say, all 5 of them going to be opting to go mid. Probably going to try and rush this, play this pretty aggressively, try and get any damage they can to OnlyFans to try and get those weapons into their hands.
Yeah, now as we're seeing Zara and Kittens on this save round, Sakura already rushed into Kitchen here, but Headless has gotten 2 picks already with this Marshall. These sniper rifles have looked so good on these save rounds. Twix takes down Juliet, but then gets traded out by Sakura, but then Java and Zubair clearing it up straight away. And as the round started, the round just ended immediately after, and now our scoreline is even 7-7.
Zara and Kittens not be able to find too much leeway here on the board, as both rounds so far going towards OnlyFans. However, scores on the board and economy-wise, Zara and Kittens, as you can see, having that stronger buy. I think at the end of that round, I don't think Zara Kittens accounted for Headless being sat there with that Marshall. Making pretty good use of it, found 2 picks straight off the bat to stop that push in mid, and Zara Kittens kind of just got collapsed overall. But things look a bit more even this round. Obviously, Zara Kittens got the weapons now in their favour.
Yeah, and I mean, we're seeing the Dizzy come out from the the Gecko. We're seeing the other members of OnlyFans just kind of have a bit of a fun time. The Silver Dot not quite managing to detect anyone, as everyone on the side of OnlyFans is more towards that rafter side. But as we see them, oh, wow, what a lovely little kind of head glitch angle from Raven there, taking down Zara with the Sheriff nonetheless. The recon drone does tag up Twix, giving them a bit more information about where they could be. And even at the Adamant disadvantage, oh, never mind, Sakura taking down Raven. All the utilities coming out from both sides here. Liz now on this mid box, looking to get a bit more aggression. Doesn't know that Twix is waiting there, but Juliet takes down Twix through the smoke. Java picks off Sakura, and now Zara and Kittens are in a 2v3 right now. Not the most difficult situation, but also not the easiest. So as we see kind of Gab still push onto this site, we're not really seeing anyone from the side of OnlyFans move. Oh, and as Java takes down Gab, Juliet's now left in a 1v3, which can be quite risky, even after walking through that Viper wall, and Java, with the 3k, finishes it off, and the scoreline is now 7-8, putting OnlyFans in the lead.
Nice little round there from OnlyFans. Zara Kittens had a pretty rough push there, trying to get through the Viper wall. Wasn't looking too good, and then also 2 members left. They had to push into that Killjoy utility as well if they even got onto the site. Java putting any hope or a push, stopping it straight in its tracks. And scoreline looking pretty even as we go into time out for Zara and Kittens. They've gone, hey, we've won a few rounds, we're now losing a few rounds. Let's take a step back, and what do we think they're talking about? What do you think they're talking about in terms of game plan?
I think maybe they just need to kind of chill out a little bit. They seem to be making a few mistakes that might be because either overconfidence or maybe they're getting too panicky. I know I've noticed a few mistakes where people are just going in by themselves and not really going with anyone that can give them a bit of an advantage in their fight, and that's how they're getting picked off one by one. So I think maybe they just need to think about playing a bit more together or a bit more strategically, or think of like something else that they can do to catch OnlyFans off guard, to give them a bit of that element of surprise that can put them back in the lead and get them a few more rounds on the board, is what I think.
Absolutely. Hopefully Zara Kittens will switch it up a little bit. I agree with what you said. I think that they have had those moments where they've been caught off guard, maybe a bit panicky, a bit stressed, getting maybe a couple of whiffs. Also, they've had those members maybe not be as coordinated as they would have liked. Gotta go, guys, we gotta stop going by ourselves. Sakura, stop, come back. We gotta go pushing the team, okay? Maybe gotta just keep it a little more closer together, close knit. And, Zara and Kittens, they are playing a bit more together actually now. We're seeing moving up a little bit towards this A site.
Yeah, and now we are seeing them, like you said, play a bit more together. The Killjoy turret does get a bit of information on the Yoru that's pushing up through kitchen. Juliet putting that wall down maybe towards the A site to give them maybe a bit of information about where they could be going. Sakura just trying to get some information and a bit of aggression, but the Yoru does TP out and is now back in their spawn. Liz positioned up towards the A site, just kind of holding this main angle with this Sheriff. Java sat in the top of B side. A lot of utility is coming out from OnlyFans already, and from Zara and Kittens actually. The snake bites, the wingman getting the plant, the shorty getting a kill as well. Wingman does end up getting the plant down in the end. But Twix with this AWP taking down Sakura. Raven taking down Juliet. The AWP comes out as well, looking to, just get a bit of damage out, and kill after kill after kill is happening almost too fast for me to comprehend, and OnlyFans getting another round on the board, putting them at 9-7. But while that was Zara and Kitten's save, they didn't really get sort of much benefit out of it. I mean, I think they only took down, 1 or 2 members of OnlyFans that round?
Yeah, not too much of a good round there for Zara Kitters. That was an extremely difficult site to push onto. You had the Viper Wall and utility, you had the Killjoy utility as well. And then Viper and Harbour, you have the Harbour bubble come out. They're just going to stick that defuse while rest members clear up Zara Kittens. So overall, pretty nice round there from OnlyFans. Definitely going to make that A site not as promising to push into the future as Zara Kittens. But you know what? They're saying, let's go again. Sakura pulling out the Blaze Storm. Might be looking for a good opening kill here.
Yeah, I mean, Sakura on this Bladestorm has been so good in previous games, looking to get that extra aggression, already kind of dash updrafting onto their rafters, making it so that they can't really push through here, but she almost has too many angles on her hands for her to be able to kind of hold effectively. Java takes down Sakura, but then Juliet trades right back. The Harbor ult comes out as well, but Liz takes down Raven as the rest of OnlyFans are pushing towards this site. Twix takes down Juliet. The Hunter's Fury gets popped as well. Liz takes down Zubair. And, I mean, Twix takes down Zara. The spike is already halved, but gets taken down. It's all up to Liz versus Twix. And the recon dot helps as Twix just decides to stick it. And Liz, with the 3k, clutches the round out and gets Zara and Kittens that very needed round on the board that they very much wanted.
Perfect post plant usage there from Liz. Recon Dart came out, Hunter's Fury came out, absolutely perfect. That's what Zara Kittens have hopefully been changing in their plans. Absolutely brilliant round there for Zara Kittens to secure them. A little bit more of a bit of a dot of red there in the green from OnlyFans. As OnlyFans, they were able to shut down Sakura there. They were able to get so much space though because of that. OnlyFans maybe let Sakura go forward a little bit too much with that really aggressive and fast execute. And, they're going to look to go A again with a bit more of a faster paced round, which, worked out from last time. And I'm liking this. Sakura finds that opening pick immediately, which is going to open up the site.
Yeah, and now Zara and Kittens have a bit more of an advantage on their hands, but they need to not play messy. Sakura with that dash updraft, maybe a bit of a misplay getting taken down by Java straight away, but Zara getting more picks or kind of from the mid side here, just getting a bit more extra space for Zara and Kittens. Zubair just waiting for Zara to push through, but takes her down straight away. It is a 2v3 for Zara and Kittens. Make that a 2v2 as Liz does take down Java. It's a 2v1. This was already flicked in the favor of Zara and Kittens almost immediately. Liz doesn't have much HP on her hands. The recon dart comes out, gets destroyed, so they now know where Headless is. The mosh pit getting thrown as well. And Liz, in such a good off angle, takes down Headless, and it's now 9-9. Wow, this game might be even closer than last game was, actually.
It was a pretty dominant showing so far from Zara and Kittens, which slowed down a little bit in the second half, as OnlyFans obviously make the scoreline a little bit more even. But I think whatever happened in that timeout is definitely benefiting Zara Kittens now. So we're seeing a bit of a different pace from them. We're seeing them with faster hits on A, which is definitely benefiting them. Sakura being able to go forward, take that space. Liz with utility as well, being able to get into those post plants. And Zara as well had a very nice, a little bit of a lurk coming through mid, being able to find a pick. And Liz as well at the end there with a beautiful off angle, being able to get a nice round.
The Viper's Pit getting popped straight away by OnlyFans, just kind of shutting down and shutting off their A side completely, only giving Zara and Kittens one side that they can really push. Twix with this Bladestorm, only one knife left and doesn't manage to get the kill. Sakura gets some good damage off for this operator, but Java is just holding this site by themselves. Raven, with this dimensional drift, just getting some good information, but with the judge, takes down Liz, and Zara trades right back. We're seeing a 4v4 here, but the Jet is on very low HP, and it's looking like some members of Zara and Kittens might be looking to push through this Viper's Pit and try and take this site. Sakura does end up taking down Twix, but Java has almost been looped with this Viper's Pit. It's just taking so much health away from the other members of Zara and Kittens, but Gab takes down Java, getting rid of that Viper's Pit, and Gab hiding in the orb as well, taking down Headless, looking so good, and Gab with the swing, Zubair not expecting it. I mean, I think Zara and Kittens have reignited that spark back in them as they're up 10-9 now.
Absolutely. Twix was playing with fire at the beginning of that round there, trying to take a Sheriff or the Bladestorm 1v1 against Sakura with an operator. Sakura takes the duel anyway, it manages to get that kill, and Zara Kittens push onto that A site. They do a really good job at dealing with that Viper's Pit from Java. They're able to maybe they did lose Zara. We'll say it was baiting, and then Gabby comes in behind, gets the Vipers put down, and they get the site. So overall, pretty nice round there for Zara Kittens, making the scoreline a bit more in their favour now as we go into this next round. As Sakura using that verticality and the operator to their favour, going to be getting that nice little entry pick there. Zara Kittens hopefully going to be going fast once again onto the site.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a whiff from Twix on their end, but Headless managing to take down Sakura, but then gets traded straight out by Juliet. The lockdown does come out from Zara as well as Wingman does get this plant, letting the rest of Zara and Kittens kind of space out and position up for this this defense here, this post plant. And I mean, they're all in good positions here. Gap taking down Raven, and it's already a 4v2. It feels like the spike has just been placed down, but Zara and Kitten's already got such a good lead. Liz on the operator, Zubair going for that defuse, but with the snake bite, the Viper walls, or the Killjoy mollies, it's going to look a bit difficult here. The recon dart does come out to get a bit of information about backside, but Liz takes down Zubair. It's all up to Java in a 1v4 here. Not looking very promising, and it's looking like, oh well, Liz gets the exit pick, and it's looking like Zara and Kittens have gotten themselves an 11th round on the board.
Another really clean round there, I think, for Zara Kittens. Sakura, beautiful opening kill of that operator, gets a little bit space forward, does unfortunately lose their life later on in the round to Headless, but Liz picks up the operator. Bit of an interesting one, don't think we'd see Slope with an operator. I think that's a bit of an interesting weapon choice. I think he usually prefers a bow. But hey, Zara Kittens, Viper Wall comes out, they take the round using I think a lot of pretty clean utility and pretty clean coordination. Again, I think whatever happened at that timeout, definitely helping them now.
Yeah, definitely benefiting. The recon drone coming out from Liz already, getting some good information. Sakura taking down Raven, Zara taking down Headless. Already a really, really good start to the round for Zara and Kittens. You know, we're seeing Wingman getting that lovely little plant down again. Look at him go. Isn't he just the cutest? And I mean, while OnlyFans do have a lockdown available, there's still 2 ultimates ready for Zara and Kittens, and Sakura taking down Zubair. So, I mean, OnlyFans no longer have that lockdown, and with still 5 members alive, Zara and Kittens, Sakura with that 3k just looking so, so good. Are they going to be able to, is Java going to be able to take down even Liz here? Maybe not. And Sakura with the 4k, another flawless round for Zara and Kittens, putting them, and not just match point, but series point as well. And I mean, it's looking like they've really cleaned up after that timeout. They're just looking so much more together, and it's really great to see.
Absolutely. This is do or die now for OnlyFans as we go on a match point and series point, like you said, for Zara and Kittens. And whatever happened at that timeout, Zara and Kittens acting way more coordinated. They've got so much more cleaner executes onto these sites. They're moving quicker. I think their utility to even get onto these sites for first place and play these post plants using Liz's utility, use of the Killjoy mines from Zara. It's all so much more clean and coordinated. As Bladestorm from Sakura coming out again, is able to find the opening pick from Gab, but does get traded out as numbers 4-4. Zubair doesn't able to find the pick of the Zara. As numbers looking pretty good for Zara Kitten. Zara is not looking too healthy, but Headless gonna be the only one here on this site to try hold down this push.
Yeah, and I mean, a 4v3 already. The Harbor ult does get popped, but Gab takes down this Harbor almost straight away. Zara lurking towards this mid side. The Thrash just get popped, and Zara takes down Twix almost immediately. The Thrash looking to get a bit more information on where Java is, but are they going to be able to clutch it up? A 1v3, Wingman with the plan, and Juliet takes down Java, and that is game, and that is series already. The people that we thought were the favorites to win were the ones to win in the end. Zara and Kittens, our current reigning champions, coming out on top already. Wow. I mean, sure, there was a few shaky moments, specifically more towards the beginning of the games, but overall, I think Zara and Kittens were looking really, really strong today.
Absolutely. I think that we looked at the scoreboard a little bit earlier. There have been such dominant showings from these two teams. Across the scoreboard, there had been 2-0s for all of their matches. And Zara Kitten is going to be continuing that reputation with a clean 2-0 for OnlyFans.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is definitely going to give them some confidence, you know, winning winners finals, and now they have their position in the grand finals yet again. But we are going to go to a quick break, I believe, but then we'll be back with a little interview, I believe, with one of our winners. So we will be right back.
You must think that I'm a restless case because I ran away, because I ran away. If you listen to the words I say, you I just wanted you to realize that I'm the one you like, that I'm the one you like. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do
No, they're not. Super good and only fans ruining up this round of the Everyone, if you hate snakes, then this snake will end it here for the double kill points of Kyrie on the back of this fight. Cancel back and forward and cheating.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the University Esports UK and Ireland Women and Non-Binary Valorant Spring 2024 season. I am yet again joined by Evelyn, and we are here after that incredible 2-0 from Zara and Kittens. I mean, we saw some really great plays from both of the teams there, so what's kind of your overall takeaway from that series that we just watched?
I mean, it was a 2-0, but I don't think we can call it much of a 2-0 because obviously it was an extremely close both two matches that we saw. The scoreline was quite even for a lot of that match. I mean, we saw a few round leads every now and then, but overall, OnlyFans definitely held up their own, and I don't think we should forget that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, if we have a look at the bracket here, seeing who our possibilities of going into Grands are, obviously, we are seeing Zara and Kittens being taken straight away to that Grand Finals, but then we're either going to see OnlyFans, Kitty Squad, or It's Too Easy going into that Grand Finals as well. I mean, I think it would be pretty cool if we saw a rematch between Zara and Kittens and OnlyFans in those Grand Finals, but I really think it could be anyone's game. So kind of what's your opinion on that, Evelyn?
I think seeing OnlyFans do a bit of a lower bracket run and then come back up to face Zara Kittens will be interesting. But I think they're definitely going to be able to change techniques, change play styles. They've gone, okay, we've played Zara Kittens before. We know what to do going into this game now. So I think, hopefully if we see OnlyFans come back up for a finals against Zara Kittens, hopefully we'll see definitely them take a couple maps. So it would be interesting to see it.
Yeah, but to kind of end off our stream today, we do have an interview with someone we've seen on this stream before. I'm pretty sure we've interviewed them before. You
Absolutely.
know them, you love them. We've seen them do incredibly in this game so far, but we have Sakura from Zara and Kittens with us today.
Hello.
So hello, Sakura. First of all, congratulations on the win. Zara and Kittens yet again looking really, really good overall. But how are you feeling after this win?
Yeah, I mean, pretty good. It was like a much tougher series than most of them, and it was very good games.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. We saw obviously you do extremely dominantly with your performance in the Jet pick when we went to Icebox. However, I do want to ask, what was the thinking behind the ISO pick on Sunset? Was that always in the game plan?
I mean, okay, it was in the game plan, but it's kind of I don't really want to play Raze on that map, and ISO is a lot of fun, and it's just kind of for fun. We're gonna pick a random character this time.
Fair enough. It worked out well for you, so fair enough. I had faith. I always had faith. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and one final question for you. Obviously, your next game is Grand Finals. You guys managed to pull out the victory in the Winter Split, so what are you guys kind of planning on doing to make sure that you can take the victory in the Spring Split as well?
Oh goodness. I guess, I don't know, just like make sure we keep up what we're doing, working together, playing as a team, and then winning our individual gunfights. That should be all good.
Oh yeah. Well, I believe that is all we have for you today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. It has been lovely. Anyone got any shout outs they want to do before we leave?
I've got no one to shout out.
Liz's mum in the chat. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Liz's mum. I love her so much. Liz's mum, if you're still watching, I love you. Thank you. But yes, thank you everyone so much for watching. Congrats, Sakura and the rest of Zara and Kittens again for winning. But we will see you all next week for, yet again, the Women Non-Binary Spring Split. So yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll catch you next time.